Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Monday, the 17th of March. Outsourcing some manufacturing overseas may be New Zealand's most economic option. A briefing to the Energy Minister highlights energy and gas challenges. Here's political reporter Azaria Howell.
The briefing warns outsourcing manufacturing of energy-intensive goods might be the best choice in some places, even with the potential for industrial closures. The minister's been told some critical services, like hospitals, may struggle to access gas and be forced to pay very high prices. There's a growing risk of power outages as fossil fuel generation ages and gas supplies decline.
Clashing councillors at a Whangarei District Council fluoridation meeting. Simon Reid is strongly against the Ministry of Health's directive to fluoridate by March 28.
We are protected from anyone putting something into your body without your consent. If I'm not wrong, I think that constitutes rape.
Councillor Scott McKenzie called out the comparison to Mayor Vince Coccarullo.
Point of order, Your Worship.
The point of order, Councillor McKenzie.
Offensive language.
Councillor, can you rephrase your question?
Reid changed his wording but kept the same sentiment.
You are by default aiding and abetting governmental four-letter words.
Potential for more cost-cutting at Mega Ministry MB. A briefing to ministers responsible shows the Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment reduced its full-time employees by 11% in a year. It found $4.3 billion cost savings over 18 months. The briefing states MB continues to look for ways to work more effectively, and more demand for savings could force trade-offs. David Seymour signalling school lunches could get more tweaks down the track. Complaints of late deliveries and inedible food beleaguered the programme's launch, and last week a meal provider went into liquidation. Seymour says there is a good argument for targeting the program differently. He says that can be considered once the ship is steady, which is nearing every day.
We will be able to start asking these other questions, like do we need to fund it for every single kid at every single school? I think those questions are worth answering.
Moves to expand access to mental health and addiction support and strengthen the workforce. Health New Zealand and Canterbury University are launching the postgraduate diploma in associate psychology. Danica McLean reports.
Mental Health Minister Matt Ducey says graduates will be registered health professionals who will work supervised within a mental health or addiction service. He says this will help free up registered psychologists to focus on more complex cases. The first cohort will begin study next year, with another tertiary provider expected to be confirmed later.
The droopy deep-sea blobfish has been crowned New Zealand's Fish of the Year. It scored nearly 300 more votes than the second-placed orange roughy. The top 10 also included the longfin eel, the whale shark and the big-bellied seahorse. To sport, and New Zealand Rugby League Chief Executive Greg Peters has confirmed their interest in bringing Kalen Ponga to the Kiwis, but admits the eligibility criteria remains a roadblock. Canberra teammates Morgan Smithies and Hudson Young have received breach notices from the NRL for brawling in a Las Vegas elevator, but are facing only suspended fines. Northern Irishman Rory McIlroy and American JJ Spaun will compete in a 3-hole aggregate playoff on Tuesday morning to decide the winner of the Players Golf Championship in Florida. I'm Raylene Ramsey. That is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.